Hi, I'm Eberly DeVault, reporting for School Video News today from the 2009 NAMLE conference, and I'm here today with Elaine Liming. And just to start off, how did you get involved with media literacy?
I was teaching in a Catholic high school in Southern California, and all of a sudden we were told in the religion department that we had to come up with units on sexuality, AIDS, smoking, and also drugs. We had to have a unit on drugs. And this was going to be part of our religion course. And there weren't any materials out there. And so someone told me about the Center for Learning, Center for Media Literacy it's called, and Liz Tolman was the director of that. And I went to a workshop that she had, and I told her what my problem was. And she showed me materials that she had. She says, now this is all media literacy education base, but she says you might be able to use it. I brought it home and I was amazed at the material, and I put it in unit form, and I decided to start off with drugs first. And what I did was use the inquiry method that you have to use when you're a media literacy teacher. And I started, with the children doing research on all kinds of things so that they came up with the drugs that were prevalent today and positive and negative of using drugs, all of that. But they did all the research. And then they made posters, they did sound bites. I was interested in using photo story, things like that. And when I saw how turned on these students were, I said, this is another way of teaching. Because I think that to that point, I felt the responsibility for knowledge was all on me. And I was more, it was a teacher-centered classroom, and all of a sudden it became student-centered.
Well, that sounds great. So do you feel like teaching children media literacy in the very beginning of schooling is important?
Very important. In fact, there is a school in Southern California where they have a gal who developed an elementary curriculum from K right through 6. And she did that by working with the teachers. And she allows me to go in every now and then. And I went in a kindergarten class one day, and they had just finished a unit on advertising. And I went around and I asked simple questions. Well, what do you think about commercials? And the kindergarten children said, well, some of them are funny. And one boy said, well, you have to be careful because sometimes they don't tell the truth. And I said, really? Well, how do you know that? And then all of a sudden, they're all talking at once because they had just finished the unit and they were excited about what they had learned. So when I saw that in kindergarten, I saw it in high school, see it in kindergarten, and I'm seeing it more and more. So I think it's very important.
Yeah, definitely. So what exactly do you expect to get from the conference?
Restored energy, enthusiasm for what I do, meeting people who we have kind of a same mind, so to speak, that I can interface with, pick up more emails, because when I'm in trouble on something, I know that I can call someone in Illinois or Philadelphia and say, have you had this problem or something? And I think that's very, very important. And the fact that right now we are so behind in this country. Canada is way ahead of us, Great Britain, Australia. I think it's time that there is a group of individuals that really make our government leaders stand up and rethink the way we do education in this country, and recognize that media literacy education is the way of the 21st century because of technology and what's happening in the world. So this organization is very, very important to do that.
Most definitely. Well, thanks again so much for your time. And once again, I'm Eberly DeVault reporting for School Video News.